So there's a new pump and dump in town and it's called AI. What's going on, guys? It's Ricky here with Technical Solutions. Some of you guys might not think of it as a pump and dump, but I'm going to be showing you why I think, in my opinion, it is. Let me go ahead and start sharing my screen so you guys can see exactly what it is that I'm looking at. This is NASDAQ. Just wanted to follow up after it was passed by the House, the U.S. debt ceiling deal. Market is up. It didn't open up that way. It opened up break even, but then overall market began to indicate signs of an uptrend. And as of right now, NASDAQ is at 350 for QQQ. We're testing our resistance right around here. And on the 1 hour time frame, it looks like we bounced right off of that 1 hour moving average, which we actually covered within our live trading session with the LPP team. Now, one of the things that I quickly want to talk about is I've been seeing a lot of people talk about AI. And just so you guys can see, I have no position in AI. I have no benefit of saying either good things or bad things. Again, a lot of beginner traders watch my videos. And I know that a lot of beginner traders get burned by not knowing how to identify when a stock is being hyped up. I wanted to perform a super quick technical analysis, and then I wanted to show you guys on the fundamental side, based off of its previous quarterly earning report, why it tanks so much, and then for you guys to formulate your own opinion by doing your own due diligence. I really hope that you enjoy this video, and if you'd like more videos like this looking out for beginner traders, then again, make sure you drop a thumbs up and make sure that you subscribe. So on the 4 hour time frame, I'm not even going to talk about this most recent rally. I mean, you could see the change of volume, right? So right away, average volume, AI was selling off right after it peaked at highs of $35. It sold off from, what is this? April all the way to May 15th, right? Right around this general area, we began to show signs of a support. It's kind of like the 3 stages of reversal, rejection, consolidation. And then all of a sudden, volume really began to pick up. Was it marketing? Was it being, thrown in different chat rooms, Reddit, whatever the case might be? All I can see is there's a huge change of volume from this normal volume to what we're seeing right here. And anytime, look at this. This isn't rocket science. Anytime that this thing shows any signs of volume like this from its normal and average volume, right? Just like it did the previous time that it got pumped and dumped, right? Just like the previous time it got pumped and dumped, right? You can see the difference in volume. Just like the other time when it got pumped and then dumped, right? Every single time it rallies for a short period of time and then it corrects itself. Rallies for a short period of time and then it corrects itself. Rallies for a short period of time and then it corrects itself. It is selling off more for a longer period of time than it actually is indicating signs of an uptrend. So what does that tell me, right? Well, that tells me that I want to be very quick getting in and getting out. And again, understanding that there's no such thing as a perfect trader and understanding that this is a super, super risky stock to trade, especially when it's been on this rally for about half a month, right? 15 days. It peaked to highs of $47. Great. But why did it dump, right? Well, it just reported earnings. And this is what I wanted to share with you guys. So it reported earnings and the company projected revenue of $72.1 million to $72.2 million, right? $72.4 million. And from operations, $23.7 million to $23.9 million of potential loss, right? The free cash flow of $18 to $19.4 million. And when it actually reported earnings, again, it saw a very significant drop. I think it was 30%, right? It has a huge forecast for ending April of 2024. It sees between 295 million to 320 million. But something that everyone is talking about right now is that all the different news articles are stating that C3.ai, which is the AI stock, falls after earning outlook fails to justify the hype. There is no question, right, that AI is super hyped up right now. It's the new and shiny thing. And I get it, right? Just like anything. It's okay with riding the hype train as long as you respect that you need to get out of the hype train before it dumps. Most often, these things end up correcting themselves, right? And by being able to see the overall big picture, if you see that every single time, right? This isn't rocket science. Every single time, look at the history of this company, right? And look at recent patterns. AI has been super trendy, so it makes sense on why in the past couple of months, it's been a little bit more bullish, right? But it's not really bullish for a long period of time because it sells off, and it sells off, right? And the more that it pumps up, the harder it drops right after. So why would you ever choose to be super picky with not locking in profits on something like AI that obviously is throwing red flags, right? Look at the volume, look at the volatility, look at previous patterns, look at what other statements are being said about it, their financials, right? They are not meeting up the hype. And doesn't matter, right? In the sense, if you're just trading it and you're riding that hype, as long as you understand that locking in profit should be your number one priority, right? When looking at this, there's no breakup pattern just yet. But when we see that AI came from highs of $47 and dropped all the way to lows of 30, I don't want to just talk about the good. I need to talk about the bad, right? 35% is what it dropped. So ask yourself, right? That's just the first drop, right? That's just after it reported earnings. If you look at the overall big picture, we're still very overbought. It still has the potential. If it's anything close to what happened last time, it corrected itself all the way back to previous lows. So that means, and again, I guess I'll just have to follow up. That means that from $36, which is where we're at right now, that it runs the risk of potentially dropping right back down and losing 50%. So you might be like, well, I've only made 5%, I've only made 3%, I've only made 10%. I don't know where you're at, right? Green is green. And I just wish that when I got started, if I ever traded anything like this that's showing signs of a pump and dump, I wish someone showed me something like this just to prove that, it might not be the most amount of money, but it's green. And it's a heck of a lot better than being 50% in the red, right? I hope that if you are someone that chooses to trade something like this, you have excellent risk management skills, that you have excellent ability to lock in profits, and that emotions don't take over, right? This is not a stock, in my opinion, that's designed for a beginner. This is someone that understands how to get in and how to get out effectively, that respects that this is a hyped up stock, and that respects that this won't last a very long period of time, right? It sells off more than it rallies. And that's one thing that has been shown in its history. And normally when it has its initial drop, that normally is kind of the domino effect of what leads to a consistent sell-off. So I guess only time will tell. I just wanted to make sure that I did my part in talking about the risk of a very hyped up stock that I know maybe even a few of you might be in the green right now. But I'm trying to look out for the beginner trader. If you want to hold, you're an adult, do what you want. If you want to sell, do as you want. I just wanted to share with you why, in my opinion, this is not a company that I would want to hold a position in at these overbought levels when it has a history of correcting itself every single time that it pumps, right? I wanted to show you on the technical side. I wanted to show you on the fundamental side why and what is being said about AI. But again, one thing that I did want to invite you guys to is my free live trading session tomorrow. So June 2nd, we're hosting a free live trading session. I'm giving away $1,000 tomorrow right at market open. All you have to do is you have to save your spot. It's the first link in the description down below. I trade live exclusively every morning with the LPP team. One thing that we've been doing, I believe this is going to be the last free live session that we're going to be hosting where we're giving away $1,000, and it's going to be tomorrow right at market open. I've given away a total of $4,000 so far, and it's been every single Friday for the past Friday, as you guys can see down here. And tomorrow is going to be the fifth and final. So if you want to partake in that free live trading session, save your spot, and that's that first link in the description down below. Don't forget to enter our GTR giveaway. We have 3 days left, and again, it's for the GTR or 50K cash. So if you haven't entered, we have our biggest multiplier, which is the final week 20x entries, which means every $1 that you spend equals 20 automatic entries. That's at shoptechbits.com or the fourth link in the description down below. I appreciate your time. If you have any questions, feel free to send me a direct message. If not, like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take it easy, team.